Hi, everybody. A friend of mine in Michigan sent me a text a few days ago asking questions about coming to the Philippines, about moving here, citizenship, what's the weather like, all that. So I thought I'd make a series of videos of information on coming to the Philippines. Now, this video is going to be focused on before you come, things, steps you need to take, stuff like that. So first I'll start with the first question everybody asks me is, what's the weather like here? Now there are places in higher elevations, municipality cities, where it is cooler climate. You can find a cooler climate here. But where I am, it's usually about mid 80s in the rainy season during the daytime, mid to low 70s at night. And in the dry season, at the hottest part of the year, usually pushes high 80s, sometimes in the 90s. I've never seen it hit 100, but it can hit 90s. Nighttime temperatures can get as high as in the 80s. Also, the humidity here where I am is very high. I've never seen it below like 76% humidity, because I keep a hydrometer in with my cameras and stuff to make sure they don't go bad, because I've had cameras go bad from the humidity here. So be prepared for that. As far as traveling, packing for here, clothes and stuff, you don't need long sleeves. You might want to have, of course, some long pants if you want to go to a nice place to eat or something like that. A nice, shirt, but you don't need long sleeves, nothing like that. Now, for the trip here on the airplane, I do wear a jacket, long sleeves, and long pants, because 12, 14 hours on an airplane, it can get mighty cold and miserable. Those airplanes, they keep them chilly. You're at a high altitude and it's cold up there anyway, and they're running air conditioning, so you get cold on those airplanes, and the airports can get pretty chilly too. So I wear long clothes, basically almost winter clothes for that, or at least long sleeves and a jacket. But once I'm here, I've never worn long sleeves. You will see Filipinos running around sometimes with hoodies on and everything else, but it's not because they're cold. It's just to keep the sun off of them, because they don't want to get real dark from the sun. So, covered the weather there. Let's move on to some other things you're going to need. Also, as in packing luggage, lithium batteries must be in carry-on, so any camera equipment, drones, anything like that, you need to put on your carry-on luggage. If you pack light enough, you may get by without any check baggage, which I recommend if you're going to come here for long term. Come here first, do a vacation if you want to move here, and find out if it's a good fit for you. You don't want to get here, get rid of everything back home, come here, and then find out you hate the place, and then you end up running back home. Come and try it out first. Explore some areas. Travel around the country, because every island and everybody's not the same here. So explore before you come to stay. Vacation, come in and enjoy yourself. So electricity here is 220 volts. So make sure the charging block on your phone, your laptop, drone, whatever, check on it and make sure that it works on 110 and 220 voltage. It'll say right on there, it'll tell you. Anything that will not run on 220, you're going to need a power converter for if you want to bring it here. So, because you can take a 110 American plug and plug it into a plug-in here, and when you do that, whatever you plug in is pretty much shot. It's never going to work again. So be prepared for different voltage. Now, you're going to need a passport, of course, and check the expiration date on that passport, because when you arrive here, that passport has to be good for the next 6 months. If it expires, say, in 5 months, you need to renew that passport before you come. 72 hours before you come here, within 72 hours. It could be 3 days or even 2 hours before you get on that plane. You have to file with eTravel. eTravel is a Philippine government website that must be filled out before you come to the Philippines as a tourist or anything like that. Now, this is a free site. You have to sign up on it. It doesn't cost you anything. So any site you see that's going to charge you money for it, it's a scam. Don't do it. Go to the official Philippine government website. It'll be like ph.gov at the end of the website to know it's a government website. And it doesn't cost you a thing. You fill in the information, declare anything that you're going to bring into the country that needs declaring. You can find a list of that online. If you're going to bring more than $10,000 into the Philippines, US dollars, that has to be declared. You have to declare that. I don't know why anybody would want to bring $10,000 or more in anyway, but anyway, if you do, that has to be declared. It used to be when I first started coming here on the airplane, they'd hand out a form to fill out before we landed and say, you have anything to declare, fill this out. But now all that can be done on eTravel. And the first time I came here, I forgot to do the eTravel before I got here. When I got to the immigration line, I was asked, do you have your eTravel? And I said, I forgot to do it. So they pointed me to the computer. The person standing there helped me fill it out. No problem. It was easy. I don't know if they still do that or not, because that was back when eTravel was a new thing. So you get your eTravel, you got your passport ready. As far as the visa, if you come from the United States, you get your first 30-day tourist visa free. It's a tourist visa is what it is. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no forms to fill out. You just come here and you're automatically here on a 30-day visa. But on that visa, you come into the Philippines, you have to have a ticket leaving the Philippines within that 30 days before that expires. It does not have to be a round trip ticket. You see a lot of people saying, oh, it has to be a round trip ticket back home. No, it's just has to leave the Philippines to anywhere. Now, if you're going to stay longer than that 30 days, you still need to buy that like I did. I would go get me a cheap ticket to Singapore or whatever, and when come time the flight, just throw the ticket away. After that, before that 30 days is up, you can apply for an extension. So I'll go into that step in the next video about once you get boots on the ground here. Today we're just talking about getting ready to come here. So the money exchange, that varies anywhere from 50 pesos per dollar up to right now. I think yesterday I looked, it was 59 pesos per dollar. But they want crisp, clean $100 bills for money exchange. Now, it could have any little wrinkle or crease in it, and I've had them reject it. Say, we won't take this. So, before you come, any cash you want to bring, get it in $100 bills and get the newest, cleanest bills you can get, because they will reject it if it has any flaw in it, pretty much. It might depend on where you go for the money exchange, because I was one time, first time I came here, I got money rejected, I think $300-400 they rejected. So they took the risk, but they wouldn't take those. So me and Ann were in a mall, and they had a money exchange there, and I asked her, I said, hey, take this, see if you can get exchanged it. She took it up there, they exchanged it, no problem. So if you have a Filipina you might be better off letting them exchange your money for you in a case like that. Now, you can use ATM cards at the machines. Of course, you have a fee for that, but you can take your American bank card, as long as it's Visa, MasterCard, something like that, and you can get money exchanged that way as well at the machine. You put your card in, how much you want, and they'll give you pesos. So I'll cover more about money exchange in the video, boots on the ground video, but just be aware of that. I covered voltage, passport, money, Visa, what you can't have in your luggage, and all that. So I don't know if I said this before, but for hotels, I go on Booking.com. They have a map that shows you where the hotel is, how much it is, all the other hotels around it, and tells you, you know, what tourist sites, beaches, or shopping malls, or whatever are close to that hotel, how far they are away. So for that, I use Booking.com. Comes in really handy and saves a few bucks. The hotels here are not expensive. You can find expensive hotels, but for the most part, you can find some really good rooms at a really cheap rate. But for plane tickets, I go straight to the airline website. I don't deal with any of these other sites. And I've had Booking.com, you know, find a flight there and go to buy it, and they say, whoops, not available. So I just deal directly with United Airlines because they come directly into Manila. Now, that's two airports here, international airports. You have Manila and Cebu. I think there's another airport or two that you can fly in international, but these are the two main ones. And once you get to those, you can fly domestically on like Philippine Airlines or something like that to the other islands, or you can go to the pier and catch a ferry to wherever you're going. Just be aware, you might be on a ferry for 24 hours or more, depending on where you want to go. But travel, I'll cover more of that in the next video. So I think I've pretty much covered what I need to in this video. If you have any questions, comments, put them in the comments section. I'll answer them best I can. If it's something that I forgot about or skipped here, I'll include it in the next video so everybody can get the answer, and I'll answer you in the comments. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.